Hello, hello.
Hi,
I
my friend. How are you?
I am great. I am great. I haven't seen you for a few months.
Yeah, but we're going to see each other next month. So that's
I know.
awesome.
I'm excited. I'm super excited. So get to chat more, find out what we've all done, what we haven't done, what we need to do, and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. So what have you been
Awesome.
up to?
Oh, I've been up to a lot of stuff that seems productive and non-productive. And let's look at that. I even got the sticker on my phone. What do you
Oh,
think?
awesome. I got to make sure my phone shut off because the last one I was on, my sister called me in the middle of it. So it's off now.
You'll probably hear some dings anyways from the computer on stuff I
No
don't know how to
worries.
turn off anyway. So there's that, but we'll see. So yeah, I mean, since last time I talked to you, it's been going 20 different directions, trying to go down the path of what I was told there by Cody and people, right? Which is just focusing and narrowing down your markets and everything. Cause before we were marketing in all these different states and trying to find our what, why, when, and how, what we were
Hmm.
doing. But yeah, I do mortgage as well, and that's still going. I haven't put a lot of marketing efforts into it, but I won't give that up because it's a great way to meet people, help people, and I've been doing it, 20 plus years. So still doing that. That's got a little busy as well. We've got a few contracts. We're still figuring out what to do with these contracts, and also going down the money lending. I mean, one thing we really want to focus on, what I want to focus on is servicing the private money
Oh, okay.
deals
Yeah.
and so forth. So hopefully we have more of a long-term passive, semi-passive, hopefully. But yeah, so we're still figuring a lot of things out. I might be figuring things out for another year, month,
Hey,
two years.
why put a time limit if we're not evolving? Because when we learn something new, how we can implement it, if it's the right thing for us, it's constant evolution within self,
Right.
evolving oneself. So, since we last seen each other, Star and I started a meetup every Wednesday. Or Wednesday, every Saturday, from 10 to 12 at Westlake Village Inn at the Stone House.
Okay.
And we've had and met some wonderful people within the group without gators. We had, do you know who Jason Park is?
I heard the name.
He
Yeah.
Jason Park works with Jake, who does the Gator dial up on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and they do underwriting on their deals. So
Okay.
he came to our group and spoke, and he's going to be teaching us this Thursday on how to do a napkin underwriting to see if it's even feasible to go forward. So it's the first step in the underwriting
Like
process.
the quick underwrite, just to look at all the numbers really quick and see if you
Yep.
even have a deal to work on or
Yes,
to
and
move forward.
he is a wealth of information. And we had about, our group fluctuates, but we probably had about, I think, 20 people there, which
Oh,
was
wow.
nice. So it wasn't a huge number, and that's why we started the group. Is that JJ has the one down in LA, and
Hmm.
that's a little bit too far for us every week or whatever. Like he has the big meetups. All right, we'll go and join up with them. So Julie, Sarah Lou, and Star myself, we started this group right after we got back from Mastermind. So it's been fun meeting a ton of people, networking with people. It's just fun, like doing this
I
whole
love it.
zero down thing and just reconnecting with people like yourself, like reconnecting with you, like,
Right. When I
you
called
know,
back, you're like, how do I know you from where? Right. It's like, okay, we got a
I
number
didn't
and
want to
that.
say that because it was being recorded, but yeah, I couldn't remember who. I'm like, all right, Jared. I'm like, Jared sub two. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, okay, which Jared? It's like
Yeah.
I don't have a common name, so people remember me. So, and I'm terrible with names, just so you know. Thank God my mom named me different, or I might even forget my own name, right? But um, I was like, okay, this is embarrassing. How do I know you? And then you told me, I'm like, oh yeah, I know the face, I know everything, I know you got kids. And then I called on your son's birthday. So how was the birthday party?
It was a blast, like always. We got a big family, and or my wife has a
Fun.
big family, I should say. So, but Mario galore, man. Mario Brothers
Oh,
all over the
fun.
place. So
I miss
yeah.
those days with the kids. My kids are 34, 23, and 21. So the good old days with the birthday parties and throwing that and having fun. Let's put it this way. The motto, my mother, every day is a holiday, right?
Hmm.
So when you have the birthday parties and all that, you have a reason to have a holiday, but you got to keep around every day is a holiday because, we're here. So
Yeah, I
have
agree with
fun
that. I
every day.
like that.
Yeah. So, and I've been having a blast just calling all these people and connecting with everyone. Everyone's fabulous in our groups here. It's like, it gives you like, there's a purpose, like, but we needed it to be reminded that we need to do this on a regular basis anyway. So it's like going to put this into the practice, at least, connect with 1 or 2 or 5 people, a day or a week or a month, like whatever your capacity
Hopefully a
is.
day. Yeah, hopefully a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, then do 10 or 20 in a month, it's fun.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love it. I love it. I love connecting. I love learning. I love, just seeing what everybody else is doing, right? Like, what are you
Hmm.
doing? What's working? What's not working? How do you need help? All that, all the stuff. It's funny, right? Like stuff Pace talks about and everybody talks about. It's like so true because I hear from everybody else and as well. It's just how it's said, and sometimes it sticks more, right? And you're like,
Right,
okay,
right.
well,
And it
that,
resonates with you within, right?
yeah, exactly, exactly. So that's awesome that you guys are doing the meetup now. So you got to tell me, how's your structure with that meetup? Because I'm supposed to start a meetup starting Tuesday, which might have one person show up or maybe 5 or 10. I don't
Hey,
know, but
I will tell you this, like there's been one time that I've been there by myself, right? But the reason why, and I would say if you're going to do it alone, try to find and partner up with somebody else so that it's consistent. Because he talks about consistency, be
mhm,
consistent. So every Saturday from 10 to 12, that's when it's going to happen. So that's why we partnered up with Juliet, myself, my sister, or like Spencer, my nephew. Well, someone will take over. I will give you an example. July 18th, which was uh a Wednesday. No, yeah. I don't know, whatever day it was. My dad was in the hospital. We almost lost him. With that being said, he was in the hospital for 9 days. And I was like, okay, we can't miss on Saturday. So I called up somebody and I'm like, listen, my sister and I are not going to be there. And Juliet couldn't do it. And I was like, could you make sure you go to the meeting and like be there for the people that show up? Because I don't know who's going to show up, but could you? No problem. And that's a great thing about the community is we'll all pull together to make it happen. So
right,
that was just a small example of being consistency and figuring out a way out of the box kind of thinking. If I can't do it, who can come and help me? And everyone's willing to help in our group. And that's the great thing. Like connecting with all these people, I have not met one bad apple. Like, we're all in this together and it's creating the culture of the community, which is just overwhelming and fabulous all at the same time, you know?
yeah, no, that's awesome. So
So
when you
it's,
guys get together, how do you guys like? Is it more of a collaboration? Is it talking about deals? Is it making calls? What would you say? Like, how you guys structure it usually?
we don't really have a structure because
Let's get
there
together.
is, we just get together, talk about whatever you want to talk, who's going to come. Like it was sort of it was a little bit structured this last meeting because Jason was there because we knew we had someone coming to speak. So
Hmm.
everyone went around, they talked to that because we had people that weren't even in sub 2 or Gator or anything that my sister had met a month and a half ago at an open house, and they do construction ADUs and they're booked out a year and a half. So there was 3 of them and he brought his 2 partners and stuff. So you never know who's going to show up. So how can you really structure anything
Right.
without, so there's that portion of the meeting. And then the other portion is that, okay, so they came, everyone talked about who they were. We all passed cards out and networked. And then Jason went in and talked about what he was going to do. We didn't actually do it then, but we're setting it up for this Thursday to have the Zoom call that will be recorded so that we'll be able to go back and take a look at it.
Very
So it's
cool.
not just doing it, all right, everyone break out their notebooks and we're going to do it in person. It's
Right.
that we're going to set a time. This is the time we're going to do it. And it'll be recorded for those that aren't, but you'll get the link at the end of the time. Exactly what Pace is doing. Always record yourself. Why do the work once so that people can go back and look at it and you can repeat yourself and create more people that are clones of you.
Yeah, exactly. I think some people do that naturally, and some people they're still getting used to that, right? So it's
Oh,
like recording. Like I always want to record, and then I'm getting better, but sometimes I'm like, that was something interesting. I should have just recorded. That might have had value. Somebody might have wanted to see that. Maybe 99
I've never been in
people didn't.
in front of the camera. I'm the integrator. I'm behind the scenes. My sister, I've always pushed her since we were little kids. I'm like, all right, you go out in the room and you go play with those kids. I'll stand back here and watch and make sure everything's okay.
Yeah,
And then if
I'll
it's
watch from
safe, I'll
afar.
show up. Otherwise, I'll come in and pull you out and rescue you. You know what I mean? So this whole challenge of getting in front of the camera, oh, I was scared, you know what? But anyways, I made it through the first one, and then I did the second one, and this was like my fourth or fifth, and I'm like, oh, this is fun. Like, you know what
This
I
is
mean?
actually fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Before we go any further, why
Yeah.
don't are we on our YouTube? Let me find you on YouTube and Instagram so we can at least,
Oh,
right
oh,
now.
are you kidding? Like,
Let's,
I only have, I don't think anything's lit. Well, did I list? I maybe have done one. I don't know if it's posted. Like, I've done unlisted, but maybe there's one or two. You can find it. There's an interview with my nephew Spencer, I think. And then there's an interview,
wait.
with Nathaniel. I did one with Nathaniel. He I did a podcast with him. And
I
then
found you. I see Nathaniel's podcast with you,
okay.
and then I just subscribed to you.
Okay, so
So
Nathaniel was my first where he interviewed me. So that was my very first one, and I was scared shitless.
you know
Oh,
what?
this
I
is
was
being
looking.
recorded. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, hey, it's what it is, right?
Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
You know what'll happen though? Like after consistency takes place, 6 months, 3 months, year, whatever, you don't even care nor remember, nor maybe you go back and delete those old ones and get them out of here just for your own peace of
You know
mind or
what?
whatever.
It's that taking a leap of faith moving forward is like so beneficial. And then you look back 3, 6 months and like, why was I so afraid of what? Right? Of what? Like I was just on another call with Robin Hurt, and she was like, I said to her, I said, society, on how we're supposed to be the way society says,
Right.
is just so much BS. Like the older I get, the more I realize, like, why did trying to fit into that box to please everyone? Forget that. You know what it's like after 50, it's like, okay, the floodgates are open. It's like, do what you feel is authentic to your one self.
Yes,
Is is like
100%.
it only took me 56 years to realize that, but here we
Yeah,
are. So
whatever.
hey, better late than never is how I look
Might
at
take
it, right?
somebody 18 years or 70 years, right? As long as they learn it. So
Well, our society says at 18, okay, what do you want to be when you grow up? Okay, you're going off to college. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You know how many
we
times
talked a
I've
little bit
evolved?
about this on the car ride, I remember too, about the school system and everything and everything, just how we're all programmed about everything in life. And it's funny because I think like people look at me kind of crazy nowadays, like, oh, go to college. I'm like, don't go to college. I'm like the anti of everything that is programmed in society. And it's obviously not how I was raised or how I thought maybe, a few years ago, even. So
Well, I'll say this with my kids, they're 30, they're adults now, 34, 23, and 21. And each one of them was so very different. So I think you really need to look at the individual person and say, okay, and guide them to their own authenticity. And
100%.
it's going to evolve for them, but we have the wisdom as a parent to guide them and being aware rather than listening to what society says that we need to do, right? For our
Hmm.
child and fit into that box. It doesn't work for all. And I think that's what I learned. Like with my first one, I felt like, oh my gosh, he's so different. And I just thought that was normal at the time. So there's a lot of shame as a parent, like, oh well, my kid doesn't fit into that box.
Because you're programmed to have shame because you don't feel like they fit in that box, right? That's what it is.
Right, because he was, he was attention deficit, a little bit OCD, like a lot of different things, and it didn't fit for the school. And that was back in the Ritalin days. Put your kid on this, do that, and I'm like, oh boy. And
Hmm.
we were down at the principal, I don't know, with a few of the kids. It's like, okay, time to look for a different alternative because this school system isn't working for you, my child.
Right.
And if I didn't do that, it would have been an injustice to them. But society is so overwhelming with what the rules are to say into it. But I think now with so much technology, like, I remember when the electric typewriters came out with the corrective tape. I thought that was, that was a
That
big
was
deal.
high tech.
Where now and also with COVID and now having your kids in, the lockdown on everything, it's like people are now starting to think, well, why do I have to do what we thought we were supposed to do? They
Yeah.
have the freedom to choose, which is fabulous. So I don't know how we got talking about that, but that, you know,
I think I asked for your Instagram. Just joking.
well, it's my first and last name. That's my Instagram
Oh,
handle.
hold on. Okay,
Everything's the same.
let
Uh,
me.
Sun,
I'm gonna find you right now on there, and
and
then
it's relatively new. I'm a realtor by trade, so I was not conforming to, okay, you got to get on the bandwagon of, all of, social media, and now I'm trying to get up to speed.
is this you,
So
KDeb World Class, right? Yes, I see that one
I
post.
have two of them. I have, yeah, that one's my, and there's only like two posts on it. Yeah, that's me.
Okay, I'm gonna follow you there too. And then
Yeah,
is this you
I
also?
have my personal one, but that's a different one.
Is that
But
the sun?
yeah, with two N's,
Okay, which one do
sunny
you use?
day.
Which one are you going to use mostly?
Well, for business, I'm doing Sunday Alghini. The other one is personal. So you can do both because you're my friend. Well,
Okay,
everyone's my friend, but you know, you want to
I
see
got
all
you
the
on
posts.
both.
All right,
One
perfect.
one new follower.
Hey, I just learned how to toggle between the two. So, I don't know, whatever one shows up on my phone is like, oh, okay. All right.
It's
I'm still,
technology, so at the end of the day, we're probably going to like change. By the time you learn it, it's going to be a different algorithm, formula, way of doing it, whatever the
you know
case is.
what? This is another thing. Without change, we'd all be 6 feet under. So, you just got to keep changing with the times and figure it out. It's like,
Yes,
hallelujah, great. It's fun.
yeah, and I know it
Life's
could
an
happen.
adventure. Get on the ride. We're going for a ride.
Exactly. I love it when I see like my wife, her grandma was on Facebook all the time. She's 80 years old and she does more than these kids and young people know just because she knows how to, figure it out. Has a lot of time on her hands. Let's figure it out. So
Let's figure it out. Well, I tried with my mom. She's 84 and she tried. She gave an A effort. However, we didn't it
we did.
wasn't so, my dad's fine. He's technology savvy, but that's I think where I have a little bit of the challenge. It stems from I inherited it from my mom. So um I'm evolving in that department and I'm getting better. So I used to say that I'm tech tarded. No more. I'm tech savvy.
I'm tech
I'm gonna be tech
savvy.
savvy. I'm gonna be tech savvy. That's my new motto.
Love it. Love it. Love it. But I got to
So
give
if you're
you
tech savvy and you can figure out like linking all this stuff, I like, how you have like emails, because I have like 3 or 4 different emails. And so like when you save a contact, it like pops up on the screen like 3 times.
uh-huh.
And I had some work being done on my computer and like, oh, they're like, oh no, that happens. That's normal. I'm like, oh, I thought it was something that I was doing. He's like, that's normal. I'm like, okay, great. Like, okay, what's that? Oh, what you just sent me something there.
I'm trying to be tech savvy, remember?
Oh,
That's I sent you my YouTube link as well, so we could YouTube it up together.
oh, okay. All right, wait, it
And
disappeared. Now what do I do?
I think you just click on it and then
It's gone. It went off my screen. Or where are you sending it to me?
it was
And
in the
what?
chat. Oh,
Oh, okay, wait, I gotta get to the chat. Oh, okay. Okay,
yeah, it's
got
in the
it.
chat. I just
Got
did
it.
it
And
twice
then, oh,
actually.
YouTube. Okay. All right. All right. So I'm going to lose you for a second because, oh, okay. I just subscribed. Okay. How do I get,
Woohoo!
all right. Awesome. Okay. All right. I'm back.
All right. Oh, I
Awesome.
got 13 subscribers now.
Woo!
Whoa.
I think I got 3 or 4. It's
Oh,
okay.
we'll just keep putting it out there. I'll help and
Yeah.
I'll put it out too and post videos. I'll
Awesome.
share them or whatever the case is. So we could help,
Wonderful.
consistently build each other up, right?
There you go.
Start
Well,
at
I look
2,
forward to
20.
seeing you in October. I'm going to be then headed to, um, I'm going to the Sphere to go see you too after Mastermind. So I'm
Oh,
excited about that. So
so you got a good trip
I'm
planned.
oh well, I'm meeting a girlfriend from high school. She's her thing is all about music. Like she went to go see the Rolling Stones on their last tour in England. And she's like, this is my one vice in life, Sunday. She goes, you want to meet me there? I'm like, sure. I'm like, I'm only a couple hours. I'm like, I'm not gonna fly there. I'm gonna drive there. I'm gonna do an adventure because we're gonna do a road trip back. So
I love it.
it's
Love it.
like, Thelma and Louise, look out.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at, just don't do the ending of Thelma and Louise. Okay. No, none of that road
No,
trip
no,
stuff.
exactly.
That sounds awesome. Yeah. So I will see you in, what is that, like a month away? Oh,
Yeah, just you know what? We're gonna be there on the 4th, exactly a month from today.
very
We're
cool.
coming
I'm
in on the
super
4th.
excited. I'm going to be sending my little form back from my email I got here very shortly
Are
today.
you going early or late? Are you gonna stay early and stay or go early and stay late?
I'm gonna go a day at least early. Like I said, I'm
Yep.
driving out there this time too because I just didn't want to be held with the restrictions of.
You didn't want to be or I could have been the driver
I
like I was
know.
last time.
I was. I mean, I wasn't thinking. I don't know. I was like, oh my
It's
gosh, what do I
okay. It's
do?
okay.
I might
Well,
take my wife out there this time. She might come out with me.
oh,
I'm
have her
hoping.
come. Tell
Yeah.
her to
So,
come.
and then she could. You'll have to tell her what to do during all those hours we're sitting around in the room, because I know last
Well,
time you got to make all the rounds.
yes, I did, but you know what? It'll be a little bit cooler so she can go explore if she's not, and she can come to this stuff and have fun with us afterwards.
Yeah.
We can close down some restaurants like we Jill and John, we did that. We were so enthralled and having so much to talk about that they were like sweeping the crumbs out from under our feet when we were at the restaurant. All
I
right,
love
Jared,
it.
it's been a pleasure. I look
Yes,
forward to seeing you.
I
Take
will.
care,
I'm
sweetie.
gonna post this and then I will share it to you or send it to
All
you or
right, and I'll
figure
try
out
to
how
figure out how to save it and do
and then
whatever we
post it
need to
up.
do with it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
exactly. And we'll talk more next time. We didn't even I did have a couple questions, but we didn't even get to that. But we could do that next time if
Oh,
you
well,
want.
we can do it if you want. Go ahead. I got 5 more minutes. Let's go.
You got
Talk. You
five?
got to
All right.
go.
No,
5. Let's
I was
go.
just gonna go into some of the general questions,
Sure.
like well, kind of talked about it. What are you doing these days? But what do you focus on? What are you looking for
What
right
am I
now?
focusing
Besides,
on?
you got the meetup and everything, but I know a business
Well, we
plan.
have the meetup. What I'm looking for is we're doing buy and hold. Spencer is doing Section 8 in Indiana and Ohio. I'm
Okay.
looking at Savannah, Georgia, Florida, and Star's a private money lender. So she's got cash to deploy. Who do you got? What do you need? Like, so we're like all teaming up and doing our own lanes of
Okay.
things and focusing there. Star's buy box too. She's looking in the Midwest as well, but she likes California still, even though it might not be the numbers to match.
Hmm.
She has her portfolio here, but she's willing to expand and look also in Florida, Indiana, and Ohio, Tennessee,
Okay.
those areas. Red states. Talk to
Right.
us about the red states. What do you got? What do you got? Like everyone else says, it's like let's put it this way. Here in California, it's a tenant friendly state. So there's lots of rules and lots
Hmm.
of stuff like that. So when you know better, you do better. So we're going to work smarter, not harder.
I like it.
Right?
I
Yeah.
like it.
So that's where we're all right. What's the next question? That's the buy box, I
That's the
guess.
buy box. Okay. And some are now, are you guys like marketing, doing any kind of marketing for that, for either the Section A or the PML, or is that something you guys are still working on?
We're
Word of
still
mouth.
working on it. This is the thing. We want to have a solid foundation moving forward because in the past, when you don't have that, then you got to go back and clean everything up, right?
Hmm.
So it's like building the foundation. And so we're getting ready to start the launch here and because the foundation is coming in. Who do we want to partner up with? Who do we want to do this? So that's where all the networking has been coming into and finding our people that we want to squat up with to do business JV with and stuff like that. And so we're almost there with that, and then it's going to be ready to launch it off.
Gotcha. Very cool. Very
Mhm.
cool. We'll have to talk more about that too as we get
Yeah,
going
let's
too. So
let's talk. You know,
yeah, I got my hustle juice coffee going.
Th-
That's my mojo.
love
That
it.
was really, I mean, I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have a lot of questions. I just kind of finding out, where you guys are at, what you're looking to do. I know a lot of people are still trying to figure it out or, getting that 1%, 2% tweak right into their business plan or model or whatever they're doing. If it's a side project, if they're going like all in or whatever the case is.
Well, on that note, what also I've been wrapping up is my mother just went into a nursing facility, but we remodeled the estate here and um it was fun, a lot of work, a lot of dust.
Mhm.
But we just finished that up. So it was 7,000 square feet of we started out with a bedroom. My dad's like, okay, I want to redo the bedroom. And then it just blew up and did the whole house except I'm like, the kitchen's not done. We're gonna wait on the kitchen because I need a break. But the big thing is I put an 8 foot chandelier. We had to hire a scaffolding company to come in so we could hang the chandelier up. So that was fun. Like I learned a lot through that. And then Star has the Airbnbs and we remodeled a couple, like made a 3 bedroom into a 5 bedroom.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
doing that, and then another one, we did some construction work and putting a roof up there and sprucing one property up. But We're considering maybe selling those, or because she wants to focus, she doesn't want the short term, she wants to do more long term. So we may be even putting those up on long term rentals or midterm rentals. So we'll see.
I
So,
love it.
you always got to evolve. That's where we're at right now. It could change tomorrow, but
100%.
right
Yeah.
now, this is where it's at. And let's focus here, see what happens, and move from there.
I love it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Always something. That's exactly what it is. It might be
Hey,
different tomorrow, but we're going the same direction. So
absolutely. Right.
very
But you
cool,
got to learn to
Sunday.
pivot,
Pivot. Like what?
pivot,
Friends,
baby.
right? The friends thing. Pivot.
Absolutely. All
Very
righty. Well,
cool.
we'll catch up later,
Yes.
and I'll
Good
see you
seeing you. Good talking to
in
you.
a month.
Tell Star I said hi, and I
I
will
will, and I look
see.
forward to meeting your wife. So you tell her, pack a bag and get in the passenger side.
I'm gonna tell her, like, lock those kids in the closet. You're coming with me. Let's go.
Wonderful. All right, Jared, take care. Have a blessed day.
You too. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.
Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.